Aloha, y'all. It is Friday, Freya's Day, named after Frigg or Freya, the Venus equivalent in the Nordic pantheon. It's also a Friday ruled day esoterically. It is the 2nd of May. The sun is at 12 degrees Taurus, moon 16 Cancer, Mercury 17 Aries, Venus 1 degree Aries, Mars 6 Leo, Jupiter 21 Gemini, Saturn 28 Pisces. That's still technically conjunct Venus. Uranus is 26 Taurus, Neptune 1 Aries, that's conjunct Venus exactly, and also Saturn peripherally. Pluto 3 degrees Aquarius, North Node 26 Pisces, that's up with Neptune, Venus, and Saturn. Black Moon Lilith 4 degrees Scorpio, Chiron 24 degrees Aries. So the major aspects happening right now, the Sun is squaring Mars. The moon is squaring Chiron and Mercury. Jupiter is squaring Saturn and North Node. Mars is opposite Pluto. Pluto and Mars are both squaring Black Moon Lilith. Pluto is trining Uranus and Taurus. Mars is trining Neptune and Venus. That's kind of the stuff's going on. So, the cards I've pulled: the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and from the Fairy card deck, the Singer of Connection. So stay tuned for all this stuff. But if you're a Earth sign, you're a Pentacle, the practical, grounded Tings, and fours are all about stability. So Four of Pentacles is as follows: huge confidence, very Mars and Leo, huge confidence and ability to leverage a noble cause, reinventing yourself, Pluto trine Uranus and Taurus, letting go of false identities. Four of Pentacles on page 168, I have great influence and power. Life is dynamic, constantly in flux, right? Moving parts everywhere. No matter how desperately we want things to remain stable, we must accept we are powerless over the force of time. All the things we have worked hard to acquire are in effect only borrowed. We cannot take anything with us when we die except the essence of love. In the art of the Four of Pentacles, a character is lavishly adorned. Gold sits around him. His face is covered, but the dualistic head represents the different faces he wears, or his identities, Jupiter and Gemini, the multiple masks and roles we play. There is another behind him. As time goes by, we often take on more identities, more roles through jobs, family, friendships, and other responsibilities. Saturn conjunct Venus in Pisces. The dream has rules. Most spiritual practices offer methods to let go of the identities we take to be so real. To see clearly that what we think of as me is simply a collection of ideas, beliefs, patterns of behavior, essentially not real. I think it's real but not true, is maybe a better way to put that. But if you ever saw Inside Out, it's a very Jungian, very Buddhist thing where it's like, you are not your joy, you are not your anger. These are things flowing through you, and you operate through them, but they are not you. In the Four of Pentacles, the heads appear to be pitted and breaking apart, illustrating that our personas are ephemeral, without durability needed to last. The ability to let go of beliefs and patterns of action that do not serve is a blessing, Pluto and Aquarius, trining Uranus and Taurus. The capacity to reinvent yourself, take on new beliefs, become a more functional and valuable human being is also a blessing, Neptune and Aries. What do you believe? Through everything, the eye of life, simply observes all the dynamic movement and exchange of energy. The drama playing out in the card is ambiguous. We cannot be sure if he reaches out to collect the golden pentacle just above his hand, or if he's letting it go, just like a floating lantern back into the expanse of sky. So, we are left with two meanings. One, that things come to him, and all he has to do is reach out and take them. Conversely, we can imagine he has reached the point where he must let go of accumulation. Both options carry positive and negative possibilities. There is something wonderful about abundance effortlessly coming our way. However, as time goes by, we can become laden with possessions and wealth. Life can lose its edge when we never have to strive for anything. Or we can become addicted to the feeling of constantly needing more and more to fill something that feels missing. The Four of Pentacles therefore suggests there is a huge confidence and ability to leverage all that you want out of life. Right? Take the value, Sun in Taurus, and nurture yourself fully, deeply. Moon in Cancer, where it's exalted. But when it comes too easily, something is lost. We lose touch with reality. We only touch the side of life, missing out on the expansive range of emotion and feeling that connects us to the hard-won success and strife of others. However, there is much to be gained when you have the command of ideas and resources which go beyond the personal and extend to a noble cause that can impact the well-being of many. Pluto and Aquarius, the royal we. Jupiter and Gemini. How does it affect your gang and your friends and family? Four of Pentacles, huge confidence and ability to leverage that for a noble cause, reinventing yourself and letting go of false identities. I think with the Uranus trine Pluto situation, we're getting electrocuted. It's like, oh, Costco might not always have what you need, or maybe the government doesn't fully represent you always, or these kinds of things. So, pubs come, pubs go, right? Elon Musk wears two hats, Doge hats. Whether he's helpful or not is not my point. It's just like, look at the drama of life. The Eight of Cups is the clarifying card, so if you're a water sign, i.e. a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, you are a Cup. And the Eight of Cups is on the following page, 156. Eight of Cups, I seek answers to life's big questions, right? We're moving beyond the simple surface level stuff and getting to the gold, digging deeper, knowing that the I am presence is always witnessing. So, turning your back on what is known, off on a new journey, returning to nature and listening to her wisdom, right? So we're off on a new identity journey. We're off on a new pirate ship into new coves, new waters, new high seas, a new adventure. But that does mean we're going to have to, and notice how he has black eyes and he has black eyes. It's like we're going to have to see more clearly from a higher place. Neptune and North Node, Neptune is conjunct North Node, but North Node and Pisces. It's like, can we see a spiritual truth beyond our egos? Even though the ego is that thing through which we filter, just like dark side of the moon, the light comes through a prism and refracts into frequency bandwidths of light, like the rainbow. But you are not red, you are not blue, you are pure light, right? And these things are real, but not ultimately true. So what are you holding on to? Maybe stubbornly, Taurus, Sun, identity-wise, value-wise. What nurtures you, and what can you maybe adapt to? Sun and Cancer, or Moon and Cancer. Right? And where are you going to go next? Neptune and Aries. North Node in Pisces. Right? Mercury and Aries. You have to sail your ship and go with the rising tide. The last card we've got for the Friday wild card is from the Brian Froud Fairy Oracle deck. And it is one of the singers. Number 6, the Singer of Connection. And these are beautiful cards. I'd love to get them on my podcast. Stacy DeMarco, David DeAngelis, he's been on a bunch of people, so it's not out of the realm of possibility to get this guy on. All right, on page 62, number 6, the Singer of Connection, spiritual connection, karma, balance, empathy. This singer supports all connections, the web of light between all beings, all particles, and between past, present, and future. It brings wholeness to apparent duality and combines all energies, uniting all that was, is, or could be. When we lose awareness of this connection in our lives, we feel isolated, lonely, bereft. Yet the energy is there. We only need to be open to it. There are emotions that help us open up, love, compassion, trust, and so on. There are other emotions that we tend to close down around unless we make a special effort to keep our hearts open. As you probably can guess, these emotions are feelings such as jealousy, anger, fear, grief, others of a similarly painful nature. Yet sometimes these very emotions, when carried to an extreme, cause us to break down and break through to the song of ecstasis. This is a risky way to go as well as an extremely difficult one, because more often the breakdown just stays broken for a long time, and then we retreat back to a more crippled version of our original selves, maybe the shadow of Sun and Taurus, Moon and Cancer. A far better way to become even more aware of our essentially holistic nature is to work at keeping our hearts open, seeing relationships being earthed and centered and connected. In meditation, someone asks, let go of all my defenses. I argued that surely we need defenses in this world in order to survive. I was firmly but lovingly told it is only by letting go of all your defenses that you become invulnerable, right? So I think the idea here today with this just being open and knowing that everything is connected is that no matter what shifts you're going through, identity, culturally, personally, economically, whatever, no matter where your ship is taking you, you're connected. You are not alone, right? Like you're exactly where you need to be at all times. And the more we can lean into that and trust that and have grace for ourselves and compassion for ourselves and others, the more interesting the ride can be and the more, connected we'll feel in our new and ever-evolving identities. Hopefully that's made sense. If you've enjoyed this, leave a tip, holler for a reading. If you get a card reading or $50 for cards, $150 for astrology, and if someone comes to me, you get half off on cards. through a referral. So enjoy your Freya's Day, and I'll catch you on the flip side.